What is good, my good people? My name is Martin. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, hit on that subscribe button, crash the notification bell, stay up to date with everything I got going on. It is highly appreciated. So I want to make this video, man, because I get this question, probably one of my number one questions, especially as of late, coming from with just switching up my content a lot on IG, making some real viral content, helping other business owners, getting into other business lanes and researching other businesses. And so I get this question a lot, is should I still work? Now, should I still work as an entrepreneur, my regular job? Now I'm gonna make this video, I might make a part 2 for like my people who already is an entrepreneur and they already making money, already have a business, and they just do that full time. This video is more towards my people who are wanting to be an entrepreneur, who's working a job and they do not like working it, and they just, they know that, they need to be doing some type of side hustle. They know that they need to be, putting themselves out there, and they know they can make a lot more and they can have a lot more time for their family. Just the financial freedom talk that we all want, buying your time back, because we know that time is the number one asset on the earth. So this is for people who's currently working, but you are an entrepreneur at heart, you're an entrepreneur at spirit, you mentally are there. This is for you. And what I will say, if you are an aspiring entrepreneur and you're working a job that you absolutely hate, I will say this: take every time. So it's a saying. So you work a 9 to 5. Your 9 to 5 is, where you make your money, your guaranteed money at. But that 6 to like 10 p.m. is where you start working on your side hustle, whether that's online, whether you're setting stuff up for the next day, if you want to work with your hands or anything like that. But what I will say to my entrepreneurs who is not really specific on what type of lane they want to go to in their job that they're in, they don't really want to do it, I will say, try to find a 9 to 5 job. It's getting hot here. Look and search for a 9 to 5 job that is going to get you the skills. So what I mean by that is, if you're a person who likes working with their hands, let's say your dad used to lay tiles and wood flooring down, and that's something that you can see yourself doing. That's something that you are interested in doing. You want to, if you're not making a business out of that because you don't know how to make a business out of that. It's not a lot of people on YouTube or even schools that's really pushing people to start flooring businesses. So let's just say you want to start a flooring business. What I would suggest to people like that, and this goes across, if you want to be a cook, if you want to do concrete, if you want to be a mechanic, make sure your 9 to 5 is doing that. Because what that's doing for you is it's helping you gain the right skills, gain the right knowledge, information on how to run that type of business. Also, if you're going to be an entrepreneur and you're going to be working a 9 to 5, so let's say you're working for a right rug and you're laying flooring, what you want to be doing is you want to be a solid, good employee, and you want to be sticking next to the managers. If you're not a manager, you want to be trying to learn operations. You want to be getting into that because you want to do flooring. It takes time. It takes a lot of time to learn these skills. But if you stick with it, and you're learning the business side of how they're operating, you're seeing how they market, you're seeing like, oh, you go on Google and you see, oh, we got a lot of Google ads, or you go on Facebook, it's like, oh, we're advertising on Facebook. Take that information and try to understand that's how they're getting customers. That's how you can get customers, and you're already learning the skills. So what I would suggest to anybody who's an aspiring entrepreneur, work, and you're working and you're not ready to come out yet. You're not ready to, quit your job. You got a family, you got a mortgage, you got a lot of bills, you got a lot of debt. So you can't just come out right now because you don't got the right access to funds, you don't got the right information. But what you want to do is to first discover. And what I was discovered, what lane, what field you want to operate in. And what I would suggest for that is going on YouTube and just typing in business ideas, man. Looking up business ideas on TikTok, looking up business ideas on Instagram, Facebook, and just seeing what piques your interest, seeing what like something that you could be doing, whether that's cutting hair, whether that's doing landscaping. If you have no knowledge of the business, what I want you to do is go on Indeed.com, go on Indeed, or go to ZipRecruiter, go to one of these job listings, man, and search for the jobs and get your foot in the door that way, man. If you're gonna work a 9 to 5 and you want to be an entrepreneur in a specific field, work in that specific field. Learn that business. You want to start a long distance moving company? Reach out to a long distance moving company who's been doing it for 100 years. Basically work for them. You're getting paid and you're learning the information. But since you got the entrepreneur spirit, you're not just going to operate in that business as a worker. You're going to operate in that business like you own it. And believe it or not, a lot of entrepreneurs who wants to be entrepreneurs for themselves are running and operating multi-billion-dollar companies. They just stayed in that company. So you may get with like a moving company that's that's pretty big already, and just how your entrepreneur spirit, you move up in the ranks, and you're basically running that company. So it can go either way, but you want to run your job like it's your business. And that will help you if you do decide to start your own. You will have a wealth of information. You'll be so ahead of the curve than a person who just, went to a flooring academy and, for a 2-week flooring academy and learn how to lay floors for 2 weeks. And you've been, you had a 9 to 5 for 2 years. Now, also with that, when you're working the 9 to 5, you can also be creating your own ads. Now I know it's a do not compete on a lot of jobs, but just make sure you check with that. But I think I heard it's a new law that passed where you don't have to wait a certain amount of time to start a business in the field that you're working in. So what you want to do is, when you're not working your 9 to 5, start creating your side hustle doing the same thing. So if you're laying flooring and you know how much your company charge, how much, how they get customers, because you're learning operations. You're looking at the 9 to 5 as your business. You're treating it like your business. So you're going to be successful when you're on your own, because that's just going to flow over. And then, you can start running your own ads for your side hustle. So like on Fridays and Saturday, or if you're off weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, you're laying carpet for family members and their friends, and and just word of mouth. You could do some marketing. That's how it works, man. You'll be surprised how many people have started, their own trucking companies, because they first worked 5 years, with a trucking company. And then they understood the business, and they looked like, dang, I can really run my own, and I could probably do it a little better, more efficiently. And, make sure your credit right. You can get stuff financed if you need it, if you don't got the cash on hand. So it's just so many ways. So I just wanted to make this video for my entrepreneurs to know that it is okay to work a 9 to 5. What I will say is, man, just make sure that 9 to 5 is doing something towards what you want to do as an entrepreneur. Make sure it's going to help you in your entrepreneur journey, and it's going to give you skills and knowledge and information and marketing opportunities, and just understanding the operations, learning how to, employ people, learning how to do logistics of it, So that's very important. So if anybody's telling you a 9 to 5 is terrible, you suck if you work a 9 to 5, man, don't believe them. They lying. Don't believe any entrepreneur who's against 9 to 5. The main reason why, because a true entrepreneur knows in order for them to grow that they need people to help build their companies up. So you need 9 to 5. So why are you talking about 9 to 5? So just don't believe them, man. I've never been a person to really diss people working 9 to 5, because like for me, it's been times where I gotta get back into the 9 to 5 world, because it's tough out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not happy with what you're doing no more. But just make sure whatever you decide to go, whatever you decide to go into, just make sure you do something that you would do as a side hustle, whether that's HVAC, plumbing, whether that's being a mechanic, a diesel mechanic, working on airplanes, man, anything, man. Get your pilot license, man, anything, bro. So many opportunities out here. This is America. So many opportunities. It's ours for the taking, man. Let's get it, bro. Let's get to it. If you guys want some consultations, you want a business coach, hit me up, man. Link in the description. I will help you do some market research, whatever you want to do. We'll understand and discover what type of job, what type of business, what type of side hustle that you want to create, because it's all in you, man. You got the spirit for it, you got the heart for it. Now let's just do it, man. But that's all I got for today. My name is Martin, man. I appreciate you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button, man. Follow me if you got any questions. Best way to hit me up is to DM me on Instagram. You can also text me from Instagram too. It's an option to text me if you got any questions. But let's get right to it, man. It's time, man. Let's go.